Hey guys, I wanted to put together a short video to answer a question that I've been getting from a lot of people, which is what should I be doing right now, specifically on a daily basis, to take advantage of being in this pre-launch phase? What should I be doing to make sure that I don't miss out? Like what activity each and every day? And I know a lot of you guys are feeling anxious, like it's happening so fast and you don't want to miss out on the opportunity. And I feel the same way, and I think that's good. I think that's our body's way of telling us that we need to move as quickly as we possibly can. So I want to talk about a few simple activities here that you can be doing on a daily basis to ensure you give yourself the best chance of being successful. And I want to talk also about a couple of keys that can help create success for you, and without them, almost ensure that you won't be successful. So I want to put this together and make it as simple as possible here. The two keys I want to talk about are keeping things simple. I'm going to harp on that a lot. The more you simplify, the more people will feel like they can do it. If you're sharing information with people and you make it feel real complicated, people may say, hey, look, this looks exciting, but I don't know if I could be successful. So if you'll keep things simple, people can look at it and say, hey, this looks great and I feel like I could do it. You're much more likely to have a team grow faster. The more you keep things simple, the quicker they'll grow. The more you complicate things, the more you'll slow your growth and the more you'll cost yourself money. So one of my biggest keys to success is to keep things simple. And then my second biggest key, which is especially true right now, being that we're in a pre-launch phase, is don't procrastinate. And I mean more than ever, don't procrastinate. I think that this can be an enemy for a lot of us. We struggle with this. We have a lot of things going on in life, and sometimes it's easy to push things off, but time is of the essence right now. When you're in at the beginning, it's an opportunity to do something huge, but being in at the beginning means nothing if you don't take advantage of it. You should look at everything that's going on, decide if you're going to do it or not, commit, and immediately get started. So what do you do on a daily basis to make sure that you're successful? I've broken this down into 4 specific things, and the amount that you do these is going to determine how successful you are. So you want to do these 4 things, and you want to teach everyone that you're sharing this information with to do these same 4 things. So I'm going to write this out here as 4 steps, and these 4 things are extremely simple. They're something that anyone and everyone can do, and the more that you simplify what's being done, the more that other people will feel like they can follow these same 4 steps. So do these as often as possible and teach everyone to do that exact same thing. Step 1 here is build a written list. And what I mean by written list is a list of names of anyone and everyone that you could share the video with. Share the information, share with them what's going on, talk to them about this company that's launching nationally and that they could be in at the beginning. Go through your cell phone, go through your Facebook, you'll realize you know way more people than you think. And if you're asking yourself, well, who should go on my list? I always have one simple question for myself as to whether or not they should be on my list, and that is there any way humanly possible that I could share a 5-minute video with them? You know, if somebody paid me $1 million to show a 5-minute video to them, could I get it done? Yeah, you could get it done. So just pretty much anyone and everyone you know should go on your list, but it's so important that this list be written. It gives you kind of your to-do list. It gives you sort of your workload here. You build out that list, and now you can add to it and build off of it. And I'll put together some information in video later talking, you know, some tips and keys to building a bigger list. But right now, just get started. Go through your phone, go through your Facebook, think of anyone and everyone you know, get them written down so that you can start sharing the information. When should you get your written list done? As soon as you decide you want to do this, sit down and spend an hour immediately. So you've made your decision, an hour later, you're ready to get started. It's important to not procrastinate, to move quickly. So you've got your written list done, and you want to start sharing the information with the most successful, influential people on your list first. And that brings us to step 2, which is what I call the invitation. And you're simply inviting people to take a look at some information for you. And if you'll go through what I just said there, you're not trying to convince anyone to do it. You're not trying to pressure people into joining or anything like that. You're simply asking people to do you a favor and take a look at a 5-minute video. It's really that simple. And if you'll just ask them directly, hey, would you do me a favor? Take a look at this video for me. Tell me what you think. I really appreciate you giving me your time. You'll get people to look at the information. Now, texting and emailing, that's really easy for people to ignore. It'll take you a lot longer to get people to look at the information if you go that route, which will slow things down and cost you money. So pick up the phone. Maybe it's not always the most comfortable way to approach people, but it is by far the most effective. So pick up the phone and call anyone and everyone you can, everybody you've got written down on your list, and say, hey, would you do me a favor? Take a look at a 5-minute video and just tell me what you think. And if you feel like they're apprehensive about it, tell them, hey, if it's not something for you, that's fine. I'm just asking you to do me a favor and take a look at it for me. I really appreciate your time. So you're just asking them to look. And that brings me to step 3, which is the presentation. And this is super simple here because you're not even the one having to give the presentation. We have a video that you can play for them, and we'll begin to do webinars too that you can plug them into. So you're just asking people to take a look at the video. And so if they're ready to go, give them the link and tell them, hey, I'll call you in 10 minutes and you can tell me what you think. If they say, I'll be home at 7, say, great, I'll call you at 7. I'll give you the link. And when you call them, your version of the presentation here is simply you giving them a link to look at and you calling them back in 10 minutes just to follow up and see what they thought. And that brings me to step 4, which I call the validation. And what you'll find is that the more excited you are about this opportunity, the more excited they'll be. If you understand the magnitude of what we have our hands on here, that we're in the very beginning, ground floor, in a pre-launch phase that hasn't even started yet, you get to find out about it before anyone, with what I'll call a life essential necessity launching across our entire country. You should get it. You should be excited. And that excitement will be contagious. When you call the people up to follow up after the presentation, tell them, hey, I'm excited. I think that this is going to be huge. I'm in, I'm doing this, and I want to know if you want to do it with me. Just ask them real direct, and you need a yes or a no. When we're in a pre-launch phase, things have to move quickly. So if they're a no, that's fine. Get them out of the way so you can keep making those phone calls. You want to line up as many people as you possibly can. So I'll go back through these 4 things with you. It's simple. It's something anyone can do. The amount that you do this, the sooner you get started, the amount that you do it will ensure how successful you'll be when things launch in January. It's just as simple as that. So get your list written immediately. As soon as this video ends, sit down and make your list. Start calling people up and inviting them. Just say, hey, would you do me a favor and take a look at a 5-minute video? I really appreciate your time. Make sure they watch the video and then follow up with them and say, hey, do you have any questions? Get them plugged into where they can get their questions answered. Be excited and simply ask them if it's something that they want to do with you or not. I said in the beginning that being in at the beginning is huge, and it is. It can be life-changing, but it's only huge if you take advantage of it. So get started quickly, guys. And if I can do anything to help you, please let me know. I'll see you soon. Thanks.